Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are gonna be solving the lab JWT authentication bypass via unverified signature. So basically I'll start before I explain what the lab wants us to do. I'll just explain what JWT is. So JWT, it's a full form for JSON Web Tokens, are a standardized format for sending cryptographically signed JSON data between systems. Again, I'll explain what this is. So it is in three parts. One is a header, payload, and a signature. So what happens is that rather than the system saving the cookie value or the data, what this JWT does is that the user will bring its own data, is how it works. So for example, if a user tells that who am I, the user will give his information to the system, and then given using that information, the system will go ahead and do things which it wants. So for example, you say you are the admin, so all of this is inside the JWT token. But don't you think it is unsecure because you are yourself telling, right, that no, you, because you yourself go ahead and tell that if I'm admin or not. For example, just let's take an example of this case. So in JWT token, you say who you are, you describe yourself, you tell your identity. So in JWT, let's say you are an admin. So you'll say is admin is equal to true. If you're not an admin, it will say is admin equal to false. But what if you say that I can change it, right? Because let's say even though I'm not an admin, and if I say I'm admin is equal to true, then it will show as admin as true. So how do you know that how do you prevent if there are no changes? That's why there are three parts. So the first part is the header, second is the payload, third is the signature. So this signature is made from the private key or some secret, and that's why since we don't know the secret, we cannot make the signature, because if to the signature will come out of that secret. That's why we cannot change it. If we do any changes, then the system will catch. All right, but this is where the vulnerability has arisen. What if in this lab they are not verifying the signature? That means I can do anything I want. So in this lab, what they're telling is that the lab uses a JWT based mechanism which is flawed. I need to go to the slash admin panel and delete Carlos. And I've been given credentials to log in. So I'll log in first. So this is how the lab looks like. I'll log in with Wiener and Peter. This is how it looks like. Now, as you can see, I'll intercept. This request is going through my burp, so I've already set up burp on my system. And whenever I click on, let's say, my account, and let's say my account, this is how the request goes like. Okay, and you can see I see a JWT token in the cookie. And if I decode this JWT token, so how did I get this extension? I went to extensions, I searched for JSON Web Tokens, and I installed it. Once I did that, I got it here. If you do not want to do it via this method, you can also just copy the same, and you can paste it in the JSON Web Tokens site. So there's a site which is known as jwt.io. You can paste it over here, and once you paste it here, you can see how it looks like. Now, what I want to do is, or I am going to go to Cyber Chef. Here also you can go ahead and do the same. So JWT token is actually base 64 encoded. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. So three parts are there. First part is the header, second part is the payload till the dot, and third part is the signature. So in this, I'm gonna strip out the signature as of now. If I strip it out, this is how it looks like. Alright, better I think. Okay, and I'm gonna paste it here. So this subject sub sounds for subject. So when I now what we need to do is we need to go to slash admin, but it's not allowing me to go to as admin. Okay, so let me intercept the request, and this is how the request looks like. See, this is the request which is going to slash admin, and this is a JWT. So when I decode this, so you will automatically find this when you install the extension. So this is how it looks like. There is a subject which is Wiener, which is not allowed. It's telling me, see if I send this request, it's telling me unauthorized, as it's telling me here, same to same. So I know that it's not verifying the signature. So I can change who I am. So I can change myself to the administrator. So I'm just gonna change myself to another user over here. And once I change it, I'm gonna send the request and I can go ahead and access the this thing. Like I can access it as admin. So let me go ahead and so copy URL did not work because my cookie still belongs to the old session. So I'm gonna go like this, show request in browser, and I'm gonna copy this. This might work. See, because this thing is gonna continue on how this looks here. That's why it worked over here. If you wanna continue it from this method also, again we can also do. We can just change this cookie and put it into our cookies which are there. So in a cookie editor, I can go and put the cookies over here and save it. Again, that's how it's gonna work. And you can see add with the admin. One more method before I did any changes. This is how I was getting 401 unauthorized, right? So 3 paths are there. Let me search for dot. Okay. So if I search for dot, you can see first dot here, second dot here. So I'm gonna keep the signature as it is. Let me not change the signature. Okay, this is the signature, and this part I can even the header I don't need to change, right? Header is also the same. When I say header, I mean this part. What I need to change is this second part. All right. So let's say without anything, I'll just copy this part, cut it, go to decoder. Okay, I have this thing which decodes to this value. Okay, in here I'm gonna change it to administrator. All right, administrator. So I'll change this to administrator, administrator, and then I'm gonna encode this as base64 because it's the same, it's the exact same. The only thing which if you don't want to use any tools, you can just do it in this method, and I'm gonna paste it here. And signature, anyways, they were not verifying. So I'll send this, and again I got 200. Okay, and once I get that, I can delete the user and then solve the lab, and that's it. I have solved the lab. So basically, I just took the JWT, I modified it as per my needs, and I logged in and I solved the lab. And I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.